Okay, yes, I am back. A lot of you didn't know where I was. Well, today I'm going to explain to you where I was and what I was doing the past few days and weeks and months and years. Past few months. Okay. Past few months, I've been finishing up my bachelor's degree. Now, the good news is my main concentration is almost completely done. I've taken all my behavioral sciences, sociology, psychology, criminal justice, blah, blah, blah. I'm taking 5 classes this semester. One of them is a seminar class, which is online. It has to be online. I didn't have it in. I had to take it online, which is a pain in the fucking ass. The seminar class is really easy, semi-easy. We spend the entire semester doing little assignments, preparing for our individual term paper, and then we do the term paper. And I'm at the state where I'm going to finish up the term paper. The other classes I'm taking are the related general elective crap classes, like Monday and Wednesday afternoon I take a computer class. You either have to take a math class, well I took at the community college, I took the first math class. Now you got to take a second math class or a computer class. So I suck at math, I took the computer class. Computer class is, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. It's not that hard, but there's online material. We have a special website. And we have to do homework on that special website. For instance, we're doing Excel now, Microsoft Excel now. Chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each chapter has 14 videos, which are like 2 minutes apiece, instructional videos. Once you've done all 14 videos for all 4 chapters, you got to take a practice test, a remedial tutorial session, which will show you all your mistakes, and then a real test. The real test is unlimited though, you can take it 1,000 times. And by the time you get to that point, you're already up to speed on it. So it's a lot of sitting there watching the tutorial video. I did 2 chapters last night entirely, 1 today entirely, and I'm now looking at some videos for the 4th chapter. So that's my Monday and Wednesday session. Now Monday night, so Monday I have an afternoon class, and night I have a night class. The computer class meets on Monday and Wednesdays, and Monday night I have an art history class. It's art history. You look at sculptures, paintings. You either take an art or a music. I took the art. You look at art, you look at paintings, you look at sculptures, you look at, cultural shit. And some of it's nice, art's cool. Nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. It's expensive. So that's Monday night from like 6:15 to 9. Then Tuesday I'm off. And I have to take I'm off Tuesday day. And I have to go in like 6:15 Tuesday night to take a literature class. There are several electives you could have chose. The one that fit my schedule was creative writing. You write little things, you write like a half-page assignment, not much at all. So I do like 3 half-page assignments a week. I usually do them Tuesday night when I come home, not a big fucking deal. You really have a Jugunda fucking book this thick, and you read a couple of short stories, which are like a page or 2 long. You read a couple of poems, which is like a half a page long poem. So it could be worse. Wednesday I have the computer class again. Thursday and Friday I have nothing, so I go on my online class and look at that. And Saturday morning I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning, get on a train, go down to Manhattan, the Grand Central Terminal, which is like the most famous train station in the fucking world. I have to walk a few blocks this way, a few blocks that way, and the college has an office building. They rent 2 floors of an office building on the street there, a side street. And I take sign language there. You have to take a language. If you take Italian, Spanish, or French, They make you take the first language, then come back and take the second. Fuck that. The sign language, you only have to take one class. That's it. One class, only you're done. So the only available one was down the city Saturday morning. And yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but what the fuck are you gonna do? You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. It's not. So the teacher's great. She hates being called professor. She said, just call me Kim. She's this big. She's funny as hell. She says anything that comes into her mind. Okay? She says shit I don't even want to say. She just says really, 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 really funny, stupid shit. And it is absolutely crazy. She's great. She works as a sign language interpreter. You speak, she hears, and she signs for the deaf person. So she has to speak, hear, and sign. So that's her stick. Okay. And I've been doing basically that. So it's not difficult work, but it's plentiful work, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, the work is like a 6 with all the classes going on, but it's consuming, which is why I've been out for so long. I've been doing that. Check my time. 6 minutes and change, we got time. So I gotta take all 5 of those classes, 1 online, 1 in Manhattan, 3 in the village of Dobbs Ferry, main campus. Really isn't that bad. You know, it could be worse. The art class, I had to go downtown to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which is go to Grand Central on the train. I went Sunday morning on my spring break. Walk around the museum, look at 2 pieces of art and write about them. Wasn't a big deal. That was only really traveling I had to do for any of the classes. But it's just, you have to fill in those general electives. They want you to take literature and this and that. It's, anybody that's been to college knows, you take 1,000 classes related to your degree, and then you take all these other general elective classes. Okay. So, I'm wrapping that up. Hopefully I'll be done by next month, and there won't be any more activity after that. I actually received an honor. I was invited, I was invited to join an organization, Criminal Justice Society or some shit like that, because I have a very high average. I have like a B plus A average. So I was invited to do that, and I'm very pleased about that. First time since high school I was ever honored with anything. So I'm pleased about that. Okay. Now that I've gotten some issues out of the way, I want to talk about what's coming up in the future. And I also want to end the video on a somber note. I'm going to talk about something a little somber. Microstamping. Okay, this is the video that's coming up today. I'm going to do it today if I can. Microstamping is a subject being discussed tomorrow by New York legislators. So we're going to talk about it tonight, upload it tonight. You can watch it, and maybe I'll do an update on how it ended up. Yes or no, whatever. Okay? That's coming tomorrow. Tonight, rather. Later in the week, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever I get around to it, we're going to talk about the stupidest thing you can do in the aftermath of an attack. We talked about, in one of the videos, what to do when an attack happens. Okay? When an attack happens, what do? Call the police, try to retreat, get the kids together, make sure they're safe, call an ambulance, call my priest, call a lawyer, blah, 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 lock the door, wait for the cops to come, etc., etc., etc. We're going to talk about the absolute stupidest thing you can do in the aftermath of a deadly encounter. It's not going to get you killed, but it's going to get you put in prison for 3 years. We're going to talk about that this week. Also, how anti-gun are some people? Contrary to popular opinion, not everybody is as anti-gun as you think they are. They say, I don't like guns, I'm against guns, fuck guns, guns kill people, guns suck. But, fine line. Yeah, they're not as anti-gun as you think. Check out the Armory Guild. Not Armory Channel, he's cool too. Check out Armory Guild. Okay? Armory Guild is a dude, he's a Marine Corps vet. I told him something a while ago, and I'm going to tell you. No politician has ever been so against guns, they told their bodyguard not to carry one. Save that thought for that discussion. We have that this week. Okay, this is coming up this week. What I didn't write down that I want to do this week is a thing about guns across state lines. How do I buy, sell, trade a gun across state lines? How do I move across state lines? How do I interact with this and that? I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. Only an FFL, Federal Firearms License possessor, may traffic guns across state lines. And even then, there's a procedure to follow. Moment. Okay. So only they may do that. So that's going to come up this week. Also, what I do have written down here, we're not going to get to it this week, we're going to get to it maybe another couple of weeks, if I can. Kids and guns. I want to talk about how I was raised with guns, how other people, how I was raised with guns, start off with that. We'll continue on to discuss what I do when kids come over the house with guns, which happens very rare. And we're going to talk about, because I have an innate ability to strategize and figure out every possible calculation for something bad to happen, how I would handle living in a house with a kid and a gun together. I'm going to give you my advice on that. Also, what I do not have written here, it's going to come in another couple of weeks, revisiting the caliber debate. A couple of years ago, I had my head up my ass, I was not thinking straight, and I made a video about the 9mm. I'm not a big fan of the 9mm, but I made a video about it. The video seemed 100% unprofessional. And when I look back on it, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Okay? My professional attitude is always, I will tell you facts. Facts. If I tell you my opinion, it's going to be my well thought out and well strategized opinion. Well, that was the one video where I didn't have a well strategized opinion. Okay? I beat up on the fucking 9mm. And I had a lot of 9mm fans give me hate for that. I mean, it was just... So I'm going to revisit the caliber debate with a little more neutral standpoint. Also, within the next couple of weeks, I have something coming. And when it comes, we're going to review it when we get around to it. It may take another month or two, but it's going to come within a week. We'll review it within maybe 2 months. Another thing we're going to talk about, I forgot to write this down, but I got it in my memory. I just pulled that out of my memory. Is, it's not written down like my fucking rules about the home defense gun. Okay? These are rules that I follow with the home defense gun. I have to write it up and I have to strategize a little bit of how I'm going to present it to you. But it's how I feel about the home defense gun. What are the rules to follow with the home defense gun? Blah, blah, blah. That'll be another couple of weeks, maybe a month. It has to be strategized and thought out decently. I can't pull a lot of this. I'm pulling it on my butt right now. I have to think about that in detail. So that'll be coming in another couple of weeks. So there should be maybe 4 videos by the end of this week. Hopefully, including this one. Let me check my time again. 14:46. Hold on a minute. I'm going to go part 2.